Hi there, everyone. Meteorologist Robert Spena here with you on the 13th, going into the 14th of September 2013. Very long day here on the 13th, so this is just going to be a quick wrap up of that. If you are waking up here in the early morning hours on Saturday, this is definitely going to be a recap and a quick look ahead of where our tropical storm Manli is going to be going. Well, right now, we're taking a look at the satellite imagery around 0100 Japan Standard Time. Yes, I know, very late night for me putting out this update, but we are seeing the center of circulation starting to consolidate a little bit more here along the center of the storm system. It kind of looks like the northwestern periphery, but what really we're seeing is that center actually starting to get under the bulk of the convection out here, and still plenty of moisture wrapping in here along the southeastern periphery. An upper level low actually out here towards the southwest is kind of putting some subsidence on the southwestern periphery of our tropical storm, and what that means, some downward vertical motion killing off some of the clouds, so it's giving us very big comma type shape, and well, that does look like it's going to continue to push off here towards the northwest. Now, as it does so, we have some very warm sea surface temperatures under this, under about 30 to 31 degrees Celsius, so do expect it to intensify. Tropical storm, severe tropical storm status, very well likely as it pushes off there towards Shikoku. If you asked me 48 to 72 hours ago the intensity, I know I would have told you strong typhoon, at least a very weak typhoon, but right now it does look like if it does make it to typhoon intensity, it's going to be for a brief period of time. Sustained winds probably at 65 knots, but then once it starts to recurve here towards the north, I do expect it to back out. But still, it's going to have some pretty strong winds with this, and I do think typhoon strength gusts are going to be seen from the Kii Peninsula extending out there towards Chiba Prefecture. I myself may be venturing out there towards the end of Kanagawa Prefecture near the mouth of Tokyo Bay to try to get some footage of this. So that just shows you kind of my thoughts on the intensity of this. I know the military bases there in Kanagawa have gone to T-Core 4. They're expecting to go to T-Core 3 out here. If we take a look at their Facebook page, actually, that's where I'm getting some of my information. It does say they're at T-Core 4. Now, one of my meteorological friends that do work over there also stating that there is a possibility we're going to be going to T-Core 3 sometime Sunday morning, which would be straight in line. So maybe by the time you're watching it, that's there, and that's going to go up to T-Core 1 there by, well, Sunday night going into Monday. But that's just for the U.S. military. I know I have a good bulk of viewers watching from there. Everybody else, the Japanese population out here, well, we're going to be seeing some strong winds really setting in by Sunday night. Now, what we have is this upper level trough, which is still digging in out of Korea and, well, northeastern China. So out of the head of the storm system, by the time we go by Saturday evening, going into Sunday morning, I do think that we're going to already start seeing some showers kick up across, well, much of central Honshu. Just take a look at the GFS model. This is actually going into Sunday early morning hours. Actually, let's loop it back Saturday overnight into Sunday. And we can start to see actually that troughing push through here, and those showers extend all the way out there towards Hokkaido by Sunday during the early morning hours. So we're going to be seeing some heavy rain showers, thunderstorm activity. But what else we're seeing, I want to pull up the 300 millibar height at the same time, is that deep troughing coming in. We got plenty of cold air aloft, that warm moisture just continuing to surge in all the way from the tropics, that cold air coming down, vertical wind shear. I think we're going to have some severe thunderstorms possibly in northern Kanto off there towards the Tohoku area, so something else to keep an eye on. And plus, anytime you have a landfalling tropical system, there is the chance, well, of tornadoes as well. Now I would expect that by Sunday night, really starting Sunday night, going into most of the day on Monday until the afternoon and the evening hours. This is by, well, Sunday evening, 1512Z. JTWC does expect a typhoon, expecting to push straight past, well, the Tokyo area towards the southeast of the Tokyo area. Tropical storm strength winds extending off of that sometime right around Monday noontime. Now, I do think the worst of the weather is actually going to be in Monday morning when that right front quadrant is down here, well, the center of storm system's down here, but those winds are coming on shore out ahead of it. So, yeah, I know Monday is a holiday in Japan, so most people have the day off anyways. My son, personally, he has no school on Monday, but I honestly, I would probably keep him home if school was still to be planned, because I think much of Tokyo is going to be seeing these pretty gusty winds and just better safe than sorry type of deal. Is it going to be damaging out there towards the Tokyo metro area? Highly unlikely. The worst of the weather is going to be right near the coastal areas, as our storm really just runs right along the east coast of Honshu. And one other thing I want to mention is that this is going to have a very broad wind field on it. So I know we were just showing you the center line there from the Japan Meteorological Agency, just showing it loop off here towards the east. But one thing is that the center of circulation on this storm at this time is very broad, very disorganized. I mean, we just showed you that a second ago, the satellite picture. So the center line is not something you want to pay so much attention to. It's this cone of air and how far this winds are going to extend out, because I do think all the way from the Kii Peninsula, Nagoya, you're probably going to be seeing some strong winds, possibly over 50 knots, extending all the way out there towards the Tohoku area. So a lot of people are going to be affected by this. Do I expect damaging super typhoon strength winds? Highly unlikely, but 5-meter high waves are going to be expected. Already seeing 76-kilometer-per-hour winds there across the Ogasawara Islands. So that's just a precursor of what is to happen. I mean, these are just some of the waves from the Ogasawara Islands. Iwo Jima, part of those islands, kind of give you an idea of where these are. So this is actually some of the first images of this storm impacting a land area. One other thing, we're still seeing that monsoonal flow surging across the Philippines. Luzon, I do think you're going to continue to see some heavy rain showers continue to flare up with this storm system as it does pull off there towards the northwest. Just that persistent showers pushing there. Manila metro area, widespread thunderstorms, I do think expected throughout this weekend, especially through your afternoon and evening hours once you get that daytime heating in. Also, just very quickly, I want to show you the GFS model run, because it's not just GFS, ECMWF, CMC, NavGem, and the Euro model. Definitely all expect something to happen after Money pulls off there towards the north. You notice I kept stopping it right around Monday and the Tuesday in this model outlook. Take a look at Tuesday into Wednesday, something forming up the wake, really same source area as Manyi. Now the difference is we're going to have a high pressure ridge over Japan by this time, so it should stay farther down there towards the south. Southern Japanese islands in Taiwan, I know you want to continue to keep an eye on it. I'm going to say continue to keep an eye on it because I noticed last time I said continue to keep an eye on it there in Okinawa, and everybody said that I was trying to suggest it was going to hit them. No, keeping an eye on it means there is the potential, but I told everybody along the Pacific coast to keep an eye on it. I was trying to keep it very broad, especially when we're looking a very long time out. It's Friday going into Saturday. This is by Tuesday into Wednesday, so getting more closer, and a lot of the models are picking up on something like this happening. So Miyakojima, Ishigaki, Taiwan. I want to say Okinawa, but I don't want you guys to think that that is going to happen, but the possibility is there. So let's continue to keep an eye on it. Also, that monsoonal flow continuing to flow across the Philippines. And my quick little update that I tried to get done in just 3 to 4 minutes lasted 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe out there.